Okay, so this video is going to be a continuation from the last one. The last one was the grenade projectile when the player is throwing a grenade. So this is part two. I created a new animation for when the player or the enemy gets blown away by the grenade. So if I play it, it's blown back like that. So if I go into my enemy troop animator, I have this. If blown away, if the trigger blown away is triggered, then it goes here, but I'm going to delete this, and instead of doing this, I'm going to do I'm going to drag my new animation in, grenade blown away, and this gets triggered if exit time has to be checked if it's coming from any state, it seems like, otherwise I get an error. When blown away is triggered, then it goes here, and from here, as soon as that is done playing, it's going to go to dead, which is an idle animation. It's constantly loops. What I had before was I tried to collide with the enemy, but I tried to do the collision from the grenade on the ground, because the grenade has a really big collider on it. So if I go to the prefab, this is the grenade here, but the sphere collider is this big round thing. Actually, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. It can be just a tiny bit bigger. So instead of doing it from that grenade, I'm going to block all this out. I'm going to do it from the enemy script. So private void on collision, enter. I'll put this down here at the bottom of the enemy script. So first the enemy has to have a new tag. So add a tag, let's call it grenade on ground, and I'll set it to grenade on ground. So in my enemy script, I want to grab this if collision game logic tag is grenade on ground. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'll quickly create a variable called can be blown away by grenade. By default it'll be true. So if it's true, if can be blown away by grenade is true, then automatically can be blown away. It's going to be set to default so that whatever's in here doesn't get triggered more than once. First I'm going to rotate the enemy, transform dot. Actually, I want to look for the look at script. So I think I have one at the very top here because it's constantly looking at the player. transform look at collision transform rotation, or transform position. So collision transform position of the y is the same as the enemy, so I'll just keep it transform position.y. And the z is also collision transform position.z. And animator dot get set trigger blown away. And I'm also going to do is dead is true, because if it's false, then the character can keep like doing whatever it's doing in the rest of the code, like moving around and stuff like that. So I want it to be absolutely still. In order to do that, I have to set it to is dead is true. So I'm going to compile that, and I'm going to compile this too. I'm going to hop back into the editor. Okay, I'm going to hit play and try this out. So I'm going to I'll go hide behind this box again. I'm going to press equip, the middle mouse button, 1, 2, 3, and as he's walking, I'll throw the grenade somewhere over here. So 1, 2, 3, there we go. Oh, that's so perfect, except he's moving. I don't know what he's still on the spline. So I need to go back to his script, and I need to find this is spline animator. I set it to pause. So compile it once more. Okay. Go ahead and play. Two, three. One, two, three. Explode. Boom. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm quite happy with that. The next thing I want to do is I want to add a little dot before when he's winding back. I want there to be a dot showing roughly where the grenade is going to land. I'm not sure how accurate this is going to be. It's not going to be terribly accurate, but it's good to have like some visual indicator so that the player knows roughly where it's going to land. So I want to do it in the main character. So first I created an image. It's basically just a PNG of like a red circle. I need to make it a sprite, and it's going to be, the sprite mode is going to be single. If it's multiple, sometimes it doesn't work, so I'm going to apply that. And in this player, I'm going to create a sprite, 2D object, sprites, square. And to this, I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. I want it to be much smaller, so I'll make it like, let's see what 0.5 looks like. Maybe even smaller, 0.25, maybe 0.3. So to this sprite, I'll just pull it out right now, just so I can get a better look at it. So to this, I'm going to add this image, but the image is absolutely huge, so I need to make this smaller. So 0.1, 0.05. Okay, 0.05. So if it's unselected, it's going to look like that. So I'm going to set it back to 0. It's going to be disabled. And in the main character script, I'm going to do a public game object. Public game object. Grenade. I'll just call it grenade target. Actually, no, this has to be. No, this is fine. A game object is fine. Grenade target. So back in the grenade, right here, if attack input is true, so up here in the update, this grenade is only firing in the update if equip number is 3. So if equip number is 3, then this grenade is fired, which is this here. This is constantly being fired if equip number is 3, but all this stuff only happens if the left mouse button is pressed. Attack input is true. If it's true, then grenade target equals, set active true, and if attack input is false, then this is going to be set to false. It's not going to be visible. And what I want it to constantly do is I want it to constantly move towards this hit point. So this mouse. So grenade target equals mouse dot transform dot position. Maybe I just have to do position. No, that's not it either. Grenade target, hit point, you just have to do mouse. Well, that doesn't work either. Maybe it's because it's outside. I'm going to copy and paste this to here. So it's doing the same thing. Oops. Transform dot position equals mouse. Oh wait, maybe I don't need this. What happens if I get rid of this? Because it's grabbing it from here, I want to see if this works. Hop back in here. So main character, instead of putting the square in, I'm going to enable this. I'm going to create an empty called grenade target. That one's going to be 0, 0, 0. This one I'm going to call this the actual sprite, so I'm going to rename it to grenade target sprite. Oops. And this one I'm going to bump up just a little bit, just so that's a little bit off the ground. And I'm going to parent it to the grenade target. There's the grenade target that's going to be disabled, and it's the grenade target that's going to be dumped into this field. So if I play back here, 1, 2, 3. So I can see the red. So the red is going wherever my mouse is, but the question is, how far does the oh, I see, okay. The only problem is the grenade still doesn't go. The target can go anywhere, but the grenade doesn't go exactly. It only goes one distance. So I need to figure out a way to change that. So I'm going to stop this. Actually, I'm going to make this this sprite much larger. It's a little bit too small. It's got to be, let's say 2.25. I'm going to see how that looks. So obviously it's not going to go all the way there. or exactly there. It's going to be a little bit off. If I go too far, I'm not going to reach it. If I go too close, it's still going to go the same distance. The grenade is going the same distance, so I'm going to try and fiddle with that. Actually, I kind of like how the grenade, or sorry, this target is I can move it anywhere. So instead I'm going to try something different. So the grenade projectile, right now I have it going 90 degrees, or sorry, I'm going forward speed of 5 in the forward, and then it rotates downwards slowly, so that it basically it goes up, like it goes forward and then like arches down, I guess. But instead of doing it like that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do game object, player, and I'm going to use this handy little bit of script here called player equals game object find with tag player. So I'm going to stop all this. So instead, it's going to also need a main character script. So main character script, and the main character script is going to be equal to player.getComponent so I need to get a move towards. So in the enemy script I have a move towards. Or do I have one? I'm going to find it on my phone real quick. Unity move towards. So transform dot position equals, basically what I want to do is I want to get grenade target. So I'll go game object grenade target equals main character script dot grenade target. So as that's moving around, I'm getting a reference to the red circle. So vector, the position of this grenade projectile is going to be vector3 dot move towards transform dot position, which is the position position of this grenade towards the grenade target dot transform dot position, which is the position of the red circle. And then the speed will be, I don't know how fast, let's just say 5 for now. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to compile this. The only thing with this is that if it does work, then it's just going to go, the grenade is just going to travel straight. I want to maybe think about adding like some sort of like arch to it later. I don't know how to do it, but maybe I'll figure out a way. But first I want to try this out. So grenade instantiator, in this situation, I don't know if I need that angle. I'll see what it looks like. So I'm gonna go around here, equip, equip, equip. And then this is where the circle is, and if I throw, oh, it's constantly following it. Oh, I see. I need to check if grenade. So it's going to that location, but it's going, number one, it's going too fast, so I want to go like, let's say 2. And after it goes there, I guess it really needs to, it's not reaching the ground to collide with it. So, let me think. Let me just compile once more. I just want to see what this speed looks like. So, a speed of 2. So I hit play. It goes very fast. So as I move around, okay, but eventually it does. I guess it does reach the ground. Sometimes it doesn't, maybe? I don't know. What if I go here? It still follows me around. My grenade target, the parent, is right on the ground. So what I'm gonna, and the sprite is actually a tiny bit above, so that it's always visible right above the ground. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to bring the parent down here, so that way it will force the grenade to collide with the ground every time, and then spawn the grenade on the ground. So the one that flies to this position should destroy itself and instantiate the other grenade. And then this sprite can be pushed up like this, so that's always above the ground. And I'm going to slow down the speed from 2 to, let's just say, 0.5 for now. So I want to compile that and see if this works. So I'm going to go back to the editor. If this works, then I think I'm pretty much happy with the grenade. I don't think there's anything else I want to do with it. So I'm going to cross my fingers. So 1, 2, 3. Throw the grenade. It's a good speed. I like that speed. And it doesn't follow me anymore, which is awesome. So if I go here, it doesn't follow me, and it explodes. But there's still it's acting kind of weird. I don't know why. Oh, maybe it collides. Maybe because it's colliding with the ground. I need to go back to that the prefab. Grenade, projectile, rigid body. Maybe I need to do is kinematic. Maybe if it's not kinematic, then maybe it does all that physics stuff. I think clicking the is kinematic shuts off physics. I'm going to find out. Whoops. Oh no, that does not work. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Turn off kinematic. doesn't always work. I gotta figure out this code. It's these grenades constantly want to follow this. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to take all this here and put it in the start function, because if all this is done in the update, then it constantly follows the position of that red circle wherever it goes. But if it's only set once at the beginning, when this grenade projectile is moving, then this target can only be set once. So I need to create another variable called grenade target location. Make it a transform. So at the beginning I'll say grenade target location equals grenade target dot transform. So here all I have to do is grenade target location position. So hopefully this is it. Logically it makes sense in my brain. Let's see if Unity agrees with me. Work that time. Why is it still following me? Oh my gosh. Maybe I need to go back to the player. Maybe it's because it's colliding with the ground. Or it's colliding with something maybe. So grenade, set this back to 0. And then the sprite, I'll bring it down. Actually, maybe the whole thing. I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe it was because it was going through the ground. That seems to work. I don't know why it's there's like a delay. It like hovers in the air. Um, okay, so I figured out a solution. So instead of using the transform sorry, the grenade target location. Originally I had game object grenade target, and then I set the grenade target location for the main character, but instead of doing that, I decided to create a vector 3 called mouse, and I'm basically setting this vector 3 mouse, which is basically the mouse position. The only thing is I changed this from a private vector 3 to public, and this basically is the mouse position. The reason why this was better is because if I compare it to just say the grenade target over here, grenade target location is basically the red circle's location, but the red circle is parented to the player, so that's why whenever I throw the grenade and I just say turn away, then it looks like the grenade sort of like rotates around with the player. So in order to prevent that, if I use the mouse location instead, which is set right here, this isn't parented to the player. So as soon as I throw the grenade, the player can freely move around. So instead of doing a vector 3 move towards the grenade target location, which is the red circle, I move it towards the mouse position at the moment that the left mouse button is released. And when the mouse is released, that's when this projectile is instantiated. So therefore, this variable is only set once in the start. So this never ever changes. So that's why it only moved towards that position, and it doesn't like spin around when the player spins around, which is perfect. So if I play now, I'll go equip my grenade, and then I'll just throw one, wait for it to pass way over here. As soon as I let go of the button, I can like move away and it doesn't like do anything. And I can just send one here, move away, and so it doesn't go exactly where the mouse is. It goes a little bit before, I guess. But I'm not too worried about that. So if I go here, I'm just happy that it's not spinning with me. So if I just go boom, goes right there, I can walk away. Okay, so that's all I want to do. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I obviously need to refine more, but uh, I don't think it's really necessary for the video though. It's just like minor refinements that I can do outside of these recordings. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.